Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. No matter how big your goals are, without discipline they remain just wishes floating in your imagination. The truth is, talent may give you a head start, but discipline ensures you finish the race. Today, I'll be sharing powerful discipline quotes that will boost your mindset, strengthen your willpower, and remind you that success is built one disciplined step at a time. Let's begin with the first quote. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Jim Rohn. This simple yet powerful quote highlights the gap between wanting something and actually achieving it. Think about it, everyone sets goals, but very few follow through. Why? Because the bridge is missing. That bridge is daily discipline, whether it's waking up earlier, eating healthier, or staying focused when distractions tempt you. The second quote that inspires me: we must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Jim Rohn. These words cut deep. Discipline may feel uncomfortable now, but regret lasts a lifetime. Every time you push yourself to work hard, even when you don't feel like it, remember that you are saving yourself from the heavier burden of regret later on. Our third quote is from Aristotle: we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This reminds us that discipline isn't a one-time effort. It's not about being motivated for a day, it's about creating habits that become part of your identity. If you want to be successful, you need to consistently practice successful habits. Another great quote is by Albert Hubbard: self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do, whether you feel like it or not. That's the real test, pushing yourself even when your emotions, your comfort zone, or your excuses try to hold you back. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is reliable. You may not feel motivated every day, but you can choose discipline every single day. Let's take a look at a timeless quote from Confucius: the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. This beautifully explains how discipline works. Big achievements aren't created in one giant leap, they're built through small, consistent actions over time. Discipline is about showing up daily, doing the small tasks, and trusting that they are moving you closer to your mountain. The next quote that really boosts mindset is from Epictetus: no man is free who is not a master of himself. True freedom comes from self-control. Without discipline, you become a slave to distractions, temptations, and impulses. But when you master your mind, your habits, and your time, you gain freedom to design your life the way you want. Another powerful reminder is this quote by Thomas Huxley: do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. It's blunt and straightforward, but that's exactly what discipline is about. Stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect time, or the perfect plan. Discipline means action here and now. Now, let's reflect on Benjamin Franklin's wisdom: without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. Franklin knew that discipline isn't just about routine, it's about progress. When you discipline yourself to grow every day, no matter how small the step, you build a life of purpose and achievement. One of my personal favorites comes from Steve Pavlina: self-discipline is a form of freedom. Freedom from laziness, freedom from the expectations of others, freedom from weakness and fear. Many people see discipline as restriction, but in reality, it sets you free. It frees you from being controlled by bad habits, by procrastination, and by a lack of direction. Finally, let's close the first half with this inspiring line from Theodore Roosevelt: with self-discipline, most anything is possible. These words sum up the truth about discipline. It's the master key to achievement. Talent, luck, and opportunities may come and go, but if you have discipline, you can build your way to success no matter what. Let's continue with more discipline quotes that will boost your mindset and remind you of the power you hold when you take control of your habits. One of the most impactful quotes on discipline comes from Dalai Lama: a disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. This quote reveals a simple truth: when we let our minds wander into laziness, negativity, and distractions, we create unnecessary suffering. But when we guide our thoughts with discipline, choosing positivity, focus, and persistence, we create lasting happiness. Another motivating quote is from Brian Tracy: "Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure." Think about it, every successful person you admire didn't get there by accident. They built their achievements brick by brick through discipline. Without it, even the best opportunities will slip away. Next, we have a quote from Robin Sharma: "Discipline is built by consistently performing small acts of courage." Discipline is not about giant leaps every day. It's about the courage to say no to distractions, to wake up when you feel tired, to work on your goals when nobody is watching. Each small act strengthens your mindset and shapes your future. Moving forward, let's consider this wisdom from Tony Robbins: "Discipline is remembering what you want." Many times, we give in to temptation because we forget the bigger picture. Discipline keeps your goals in front of you. It reminds you that the temporary comfort of giving up is nothing compared to the long-term reward of staying consistent. Another brilliant quote is from Plato: "The first and best victory is to conquer self." This quote reminds us that the greatest battle is not with the outside world, but with ourselves, our laziness, our doubts, our excuses. Discipline is the sword you use to win that inner battle. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend, once said, "I've always believed that if you put in the work, the results will come." His career proves that talent alone isn't enough. Without discipline, talent is wasted. With discipline, even average talent can achieve greatness. Next up is a quote from Zig Ziglar: "It was character that got us out of bed, commitment that moved us into action, and discipline that enabled us to follow through." This perfectly explains how discipline ties everything together. Dreams begin with character and commitment, but only discipline ensures they actually come true. Another powerful reminder comes from Will Durant, summarizing Aristotle: "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Excellence isn't luck, it's the result of disciplined repetition. Every small action, repeated daily, becomes who you are. Discipline turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Let's also hear from Vince Lombardi, a legend in sports leadership: "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves." This shows us that discipline is not about perfection, it's about giving your best effort, consistently, day after day. One more unforgettable line comes from Warren Buffett: "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." This is a warning and a motivation. If you don't discipline yourself early, bad habits will quietly take control of your life. But if you build positive habits through discipline, they will carry you to success automatically. Now let's reflect on this quote by Jocko Willink: "Discipline equals freedom." It might sound contradictory, but it's true. When you discipline your time, you create freedom to do what matters. When you discipline your spending, you gain financial freedom. And when you discipline your mind, you free yourself from fear and doubt. Another timeless piece of wisdom is from Bruce Lee: "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." This shows the power of disciplined repetition. Mastery isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right thing over and over until it becomes second nature. Finally, let us end with this quote from Grant Cardone: "Discipline is the difference between being in control of your future and letting your environment dictate your destiny." If you want to create your future, you can't wait for the world to decide for you. Discipline is how you take control, how you shape your life, and how you guarantee success on your own terms. So, as we wrap up this collection of discipline quotes, remember this: discipline is not punishment, it's empowerment. It's not about limiting yourself, it's about unlocking your full potential. Every quote you've heard today is a reminder that the life you dream of is possible, but only if you choose discipline over excuses. Take these words with you: Repeat them when you feel weak, and let them fuel your journey. Because when you embrace discipline, you don't just change your habits, you change your destiny.